Good day. Today we are going to focus on the bank reconciliation. So when we are doing the bank reconciliation, it is when we are comparing our records as a business. So the records, we are comparing our cash records, which is CRJ and CPJ. We are comparing them with the bank statement. Okay, that is what we are doing. So 1.1 is saying give one reason why it is important to prepare a bank reconciliation each month. So the reason it is important, it is because it helps the business to detect the errors or omissions early by preparing the bank reconciliation each and every month. Okay, so the preparing the bank reconciliation statement, it helps either the business or the bank to see if there are any errors made by them. So 1.2, calculate the correct totals for the CRJ and the CPJ for May 2023. Then 1.3, calculate the bank balance on 31 May 2023. 1.4, prepare the bank reconciliation statement on 31 May 2023. Then information. Number 1, at the end of the previous month, on 3 April 2023, the following items were reflected in the previous bank reconciliation. So the month that we are in right now, if you can check, is May, but they gave us a previous month bank reconciliation. So from the previous month bank reconciliation, the first thing that you should take, it is the balance as per bank account, which is going to be the opening balance for the bank account in the current month. So what I'm trying to say is this. The opening balance of the bank account, you take it from the previous month bank reconciliation. Okay, meaning that this 6,325, we are going to use it here in 1.3 as the opening balance for May. So let's do it. 6,325. But then note this. They did not say in 1.3 that we must prepare the bank account. They just said calculate the bank balance. Okay, so we're just going to do the calculations. So it is 6,325. $6,325. Now I want you to note this. If they said it's an unfavorable balance, we were going to write it as a negative 6,325. Okay, now, so it is given here other balances, but I want us to come here. Note EFT no 519. This one did not appear on Maybank's statement. So if it did not appear on the Maybank statement, it means that we must record it again in Maybank statement. Why is that? It is because the reason it is recorded in the previous month bank reconciliation statement, it is because it was not appearing in the previous month bank statement. So if it is not appearing again in this month, so we must record it again in the bank reconciliation statement. So it means that we are going to record this each and every month up until it appears. So it's 8,920. 8,920. So 519, 8,520, right? So it's an outstanding EFT 519. So the EFTs, they must be debited, the outstanding EFTs, 8,520. Okay, and then let's continue. So they gave us the totals for CRG and CPG. So I assume here that they are already given, they are already recorded. So they are already recorded. So number 3, the following items were reflected on the bank statement but not in the journals. So if the items they are appearing in the bank statement but not in the journals, those items they must be recorded in the bank. If the items are appearing in the bank statement but not in the cash journals, they must be recorded in the cash journals. So because they said they are reflected in the bank statement but not in the journals, it means that you must take all these and go and record them in the journals. The first one is the direct deposit by a tenant, K Queller, 7,400. So this is a tenant. He made a deposit. So it means that we are receiving money, 7,400. That is a CRG. So it's a tenant, we are receiving money, so it's going to be the rent income. And then bank charges, 520. The bank is charging us for using the bank. So it means we are making a payment. It's a CPJ, 520. Bank charges. Then interest on fixed deposit. So the fixed deposit, this is the investment of the business. So it means that in here, we are receiving the interest from our investment, meaning that this 700 is a receipt because we are receiving 700. So it's an interest on fixed deposit. And then interest on overdraft. So overdraft, it means that the business has used more money than it should in the bank. So it means that now the business is owing the bank the money. So the business has a bank overdraft. So here the bank has charged us for using its money. So this is going to be the CPG 810. Interest on overdraft. Stock order in favor of Rama Insurance, 6,860. Then they said 5,500 for the business insurance, and the remaining it is for the personal insurance. So if it's for the personal, that is a drawing. So how much is the difference between these two? How much is the difference between 6,860 and the 5,500? There is 1,360, right? So this is for the drawings. So 5,500 is for the business insurance. 5,500. Insurance, which is an expense, and then the drawings of 1,360. And then number 4, the following differences were noticed. The first one, EFT 565 for repairs recorded in the CPJ as 1,570, but as 1,750. Let's check the difference. The difference here is 180. So what they're saying, the bank statement is correct, meaning that this 1,750 is correct, meaning that the one in the CPJ is wrong, right? It is wrong, meaning that in the CPJ we paid with a lesser amount, so we still need to include this 180 in the CPJ so that the CPJ can increase. So it's 180, which is for the repairs, right? So now let's do the, let's continue. The next point, a deposit of 12,000 appeared on the bank statement on 1 May 2023, but did not appear in the CRG of May. Which deposit are they talking about? They are talking about this deposit. They are saying that it is now appearing. They are saying it is now appearing in the bank statement. So in this case, this 12,000, we are not going to record it because they are just informing us that it is now appearing in the bank statement. Remember, the reason this 12,000 is here, it is because in April year, it was there, right? It was there in the journal, but it was not there in the bank statement. So that is why we recorded it here in the bank reconciliation statement. So now the problem is that now in May, it is seen as if it is not appearing in the CRJ, while it was already recorded in the previous month CRJ, which is April. Okay, so we don't record this one. Point number 3, a deposit of 20,295 dated 20 May 2023 appeared in the CRJ for May, but not in the bank statement. So we have a deposit that did not appear on the bank statement, which is 20,295. So if a deposit did not appear on the bank statement, we must record it in the bank reconciliation statement. 20,295. Outstanding deposit. So the outstanding deposit, they must be credited. 20,295. And then the next one, the following EFT payment appeared in the CPJ of May, but not on the bank statement. So if they did not appear on the bank statement, it means we must record them in the bank reconciliation statement. So it's 2,800. So 2,800 for EFT of 654. Then we also have EFT of 674, which is how much? 2,520. 2,520. Then number 5, the bank statement shows an overdrawn balance. So an overdrawn balance, it means that this is a bank overdraft. So it's an unfavorable balance or it's a negative balance. So for the bank statement, The negative balance must be recorded on the debit side to show that the liabilities they are decreasing. Okay, because the bank statement it is regarded as a liability to the bank, I mean, because when the bank is looking at us as a business, they look at us as their liabilities, as they are keeping our money. So that is why the bank overdraft in the bank statement it must be on the debit side. So 34,720. 34,720. So it is debited. Balance as per bank statement. So now let's come and totalize the CPG and CRG. So CRG 70,600. So 78,700. And then CPG so it's 113,690. So now we have to find out the balance of the bank. So we must add the CRG 78,700 and then the CPJ decreases the bank. So subtract them. So it is going to be how much? So it's going to be negative 28,665. So if it's a negative balance, it means that here the bank has a bank overdraft, which is a credit balance. So you must come and record this on the credit side. So 28,665. Balance as per bank account. Now let's totalize them. The credit side 20,295 plus 28,665. That is going to be 48,960. And then the debit side 8,520, 2,800, 2,520, 34,720. So that is going to be how much? 8,520 plus 2,800 plus 2,520 plus 34,720. That is going to be 48,560. So it is not balancing. So means we made an error somewhere. Let's check. Let's check if we made an error. So the EFT here is 2.8 and the 2,520, right? And then the EFT of 519, it was 8,920. Oh, yes, we made a mistake here. 8,920. So now it is going to balance. Now it is going to balance. Thank you.